Yeah, what's going on, guys out there? You know who this is, man. It's the Young Boss Don sees Leo. I always gotta say, sometimes I always gotta say, shout out to Max B. That's where I get the Young Boss Don from. You know what I'm saying? I'm not young no more. I'm just a Boss Don, though. You feel me? I really feel that's the embodiment. Besides all that, forget about all that. I want to talk about, speaking of Dons, right? I want to talk about this whole sad situation that happened in Houston because I live in Houston. And so the sad loss of Takeoff. It's really sad, right? Because Houston is not known for killing top-notch rappers. Houston is known for embracing and showing love and showing a good time to all these out-of-towners that come out here. You know what I mean? Houston is not necessarily a tourist city, but there's a lot of money in the city. And so when you come out here, you're gonna get some hometown love. You feel me? Like you're gonna get some real love, not fake love. You're only gonna get real love in Houston. And I feel like that's what these boys, Quavo and Take were trying to do or were doing when they were hanging out with the Prince family, the Prince boys, you know what I mean? And till right now, I still can't understand. I can't figure out why it ended like that. I can't figure out how. I mean, I know it's so mind-boggling to me how those turn of events happened. Having fun, shooting dice or whatever, you guys are arguing. Some guy says, you know what, fuck it, let me leave before I hurt somebody. He turns around to leave, the next thing is bullets. The next thing is gunshots. And then an innocent person gets killed. And other innocent people get shot. So it's like, why? Why did it have to be like this? Why did it have to end this way? Now, the funny thing is, even though it's for entertainment purposes, for me, it's very weird how everybody has something to say. Everybody has found out. Everybody knows who did it. Everybody knows who's responsible. Just go on Clubhouse and listen to one of those rooms where Wack100 is on. He's always bombing on J Prince Jr. Oh, he ain't like that, this and that. They're trying to be like their father. Da 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 da. Jazz Prince is a civilian. Okay, fine, that's fine. Now, let me tell you something. You guys say that J Prince Jr. is not like that. He was born rich, blah, 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 blah. Have you done your research? You out-of-towners, you California niggas, you Atlanta niggas, new niggas. You guys are like Gen Zs. You guys are young, most of y'all. Don't mind Wack. Wack is biased. Wack is an old hater. Let me tell you something. J Prince Jr., right? The dude is like 40 years old, okay? It's like 40. That means he was born in 1982. It's around that time, right? Do you know that Rap-A-Lot didn't really start blowing up until like the early 90s? They were rapping like in the late 80s, but they didn't really start seeing some paper until like the early 90s, until like when Ghetto Boys broke out, really. So I said that to say that J Prince Jr. grew up at a time when J Prince, his father, was still building Rap-A-Lot. So he went through the poverty stages, the grinding stages. He saw like all the ups and downs, all the gritty, grimy street stuff, right? That goes along with hip hop, especially back in those days. You know what I'm saying? And then his father now made it. So you could say he's like he transitioned. Now, I like to liken this whole situation to, you guys have seen The Godfather, right? Godfather 1, Godfather 2. In Godfather 1, Don Corleone, he has his sons, right? The first son is Sonny. Now, I liken Sonny to Junior, as in Sonny was born and was growing up when his father was still placing the building blocks for his empire. So he saw the grimy stuff, and then he grew into it. So even though they made it, he grew into it. So he was already a part of it. It was already embedded in him. Even in the movie, Don Corleone says he knew in part two, in part one, he says he knew his son, Sonny, was going to be a part of it, but he never wanted that for Michael. It's the same thing. J Prince knew Junior was going to be a part of it because you can't help it. He was right there. Now, if you talk about Jazz Prince is more like Michael Corleone, not in the gangster sense, but in the sense of taking things to on a bigger level. You know, obviously he's the one that found Drake. So you know what that means. So he blew that up and helped continue the legacy. And then of course, Junior now got on his mob ties stuff. And now he also found Finesse 2 Times, who's now blazing the streets. So what I'm trying to say is this: you guys are always so quick to judge. You don't even know about anybody's lifestyle. You just want to judge. You just want to make assumptions, and you run with it like you're right. You guys on Clubhouse were talking about Lil Cam. Lil Cam is dead. Lil Cam is dead. Okay, come to find out he's still alive and breathing, alive and kicking like a mule. Nobody on Clubhouse, not Wack100, nobody came and said, man, sorry, that was misinformation. We shouldn't be spreading out false rumors. Nobody came and said nothing like that. Everybody just kept mute, like nothing, kept it moving. So the thing is, you guys lie. You guys tell false lies. That's even too much. You can't say false and lie because it's the same difference. You guys just give false statements. You lie on purpose for views and clicks, likes. And then you find out it's a lie and you just let it ride like that. It's like, whatever. You guys have no fucking integrity. You guys are losers, man. No integrity whatsoever. I can never stand for somebody or stand beside somebody I know has no integrity because it's going to screw me over. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, there has to be something that we don't know. You guys think about it. There has to be something we don't know that transpired before the shooting happened. There has to be. You guys say J PrinceJnr walked over the body. That's what Hassan Campbell was saying. He walked over the body. He's a stone killer. The video doesn't even show any body on the floor. Even though we know there's a body on the floor, we don't see Jr.'s legs. We just see like, sort of like from here on up, waist on up, sort of. We see him walking past. We can definitely say he walked past the body. We can't say for sure that he walked over the body. So why would you say things that you're not sure of? Why would you say things that are not even visible? Why would you make an assumption and run with it just to fit your own narrative? Why? Why, my man? Like, we as men, we have to learn to be accountable for our actions, for what we say. If you say something, you better mean it. Don't say something now and then change your mouth when the time comes for you to prove. It's called show and prove, right? So guys, we can make intelligent assumptions, but we also have to make sure we tell people that it's an assumption. It's what you're thinking, it's your opinion. It's not a fact, it's not true. That way, it's easy for people to listen to you. It's easy for people to understand where you're coming from. You don't just make crazy assumptions and run with it like it's the truth, man. Like, word is, you know what I'm saying, word is bond, like that's what it is. And then you can't find out that you're telling false narratives and you can't even back it up. You just change the subject. It's nothing worse. That's like acting like a woman. When you find out that you're wrong, you just want to change the subject, you want to flip it. So I'm so sad that Quavo and Offset lost their brother. It's sad that rap, hip hop lost another. And that's another thing I keep on trying to preach, right? It's like I'm not going front. I'm gonna use this opportunity, right? It's like Black Americans, man. See, for me, I'm kind of Black American. I was born in Houston, right? I was here for a couple of years and I went back to Nigeria, grew up, came back after high school, came back over here, whatever. But I consider myself African, I consider myself Nigerian, right? But what I'm trying to talk about is the mentality that Black Americans have. Black Americans have this mentality, this deadly mentality of if we disagree, then one of us gotta go. You know, for something so little, you're willing to kill. For something so little, you're willing to destroy, take another life. Why? You know, that's the reason why other races and even your fellow Black race, but from other countries, that's the reason why they kind of judge Black Americans, is because of this particular type of actions. You kill for no reason. That's why they don't like, that's why Africans and even Jamaicans, they don't like partying with Black Americans. Because if you mistakenly bump into somebody, maybe you're tipsy, you're tipsy, you bumped into somebody, you didn't even realize you bumped into somebody. Oh my God, that's a problem. This Black American now has an ego problem. You didn't say sorry, you didn't say excuse me. Now it's calm. Back in the day, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas would pop you quick. Nigga, they got a bullet waiting for you outside. You know? And that's what I'm saying. How can a dice game or a little argument lead to a big rap superstar getting shot and he wasn't even part of it? He wasn't even a part of it. Takeoff wasn't even a part. He wasn't even talking. How he get shot in the head, man? Come on, man. We got to take responsibility. I'm including myself in this. I'm not just saying Black Americans. I'm talking about Black people. We got to take responsibility. It's sad. I'm really heartbroken behind this shit. I swear. I'm heartbroken. Nonetheless, I just feel like there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. J PrinceJnr has a lot of questions that need to be answered. And sooner or later, those questions will be answered because they must be answered. You know, I hope they arrest the killer who actually pulled the trigger. And I'm sorry to say, I hope they arrest who called it, who gave the order. If Junior gave the order for dude to pop Migos and them niggas, then I'm sorry, man. Junior, you gotta go down, man. You gotta go down. But I really hope you didn't give that order. Because honestly speaking, I love the way Junior carries himself. I love the way he thinks, the way he speaks. Like, the nigga's a G. Shit gets it. He's a G. And I can only respect that because I like to think, you know, I like to think I'm G status too, you feel me? I just think things could have been de-escalated. That's one thing that Black people have to learn. Black Americans, you have to learn how to de-escalate. Nigga, why can't you box? You got a problem so bad, fight it, box this nigga, fight. Why must you kill? Why? I'm sad about this shit, man. I'm really sad.